Shit, cuz. We live up in this mud. We live up in this mud. Dang, bro, we ain't been live in the mud. We ain't been live in this mud in a mud. It's been a minute since we been live up in this mud. But one thing's for sure, man. It's never a dull moment in the Matrix, B. It's never a dull mother freaking moment in the Matrix, cuz. You know what I mean? Live up in this mother freaker, man. Let me see if I could let me get the windpipes right. Peace! Hold on, cuz. Peace! To the God, this is man. I'll do a quick little live stream. About to do a quick little live stream up in this mud. Yo, the freak going on out there in the YouTube world, bro. Y'all know it's always some bullshit. I know there's always some bullshit going on in the YouTube world, bro. Always some bullshit going on in the Matrix, B. You know what I mean? Pure madness. I've been meaning to do a lot of videos, son. I'm getting them signals like, yo, son, you gotta step back in the ring. You know what I mean? You gotta come back in the ring, B. You know what I mean? The scene needs you, bruh. You gotta step back in that mother freaking ring. You know what I mean? Every time I felt that was that, they called me right back. You know what I mean? They called me right back. Oh no. But yo, the mother freaking curse, man. This is a video I've been wanting to do for a while, son. I've just been pushing it off, son, you know. Things be coming in the head and I'll be like, nah, man. Cause you know the videos be getting hella long, son. The food be burning on the damn stove, and you know what I mean. All kinds of shit be happening, son. Hella time be going by. It's like, damn. But we gonna be talking about this Final Destination, man. They got a new movie out, man. It's called Bloodline. I ain't checked that one out, son. But you know what I'm saying. I seen a couple scenes from it. You know what I mean? But I ain't check it out. And I started thinking about this mother freaking Final Destination movies because I've seen the other ones before, son. So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking and I'm just kind of like, yo, what the? And I'm looking at this damn. I'm not looking at it, but thinking about the scenes that I've seen before from past videos and all that, past movies. And I'm like, yo, the way how they try to spin the shit, it's like they try to make it seem like they the victim, son. You know what I mean? The beast always try to spin it to make it seem like they are in this unfortunate circumstance and it ain't really their fault. And we need to pull energy in, you know what I'm saying, to make the audience feel some kind of way so we could harness that energy and make the turn out in our favor. But nah, man. Them days are Them days is taking energy and doing all that shit, or taking power and converting it into energy and doing whatever the hell it is y'all think y'all want to do, man. Them days is dead. You know what I mean? From now on, the warning shot will be the elimination of your bloodline. That's the warning shot. You know what I mean? So when others on the outside will be looking in, and they be like, "The freak going on over there?" They're gonna be like, "Oh, they got hit with that warning shot. Oh, nah, we gonna fall back." You know what I mean? That's where it's at right now, son. You know what I mean? The warning shot is the extermination of your entire bloodline and anybody who was attached to it in any shape, form, or fashion, son. You know what I mean? That's how the guard race is moving from here on out, son. Because these mofos is out here violating, son. You know what I mean? Violating. So the final destination, I'm looking at this motherfucking movie and I'm like, yo, these mofos in the movies, like the people who they show you in the movies who's like, you know what I'm saying? They basically caught up in this situation where it's like they got a hit out on them, son. You got these entities is just basically taking them out. You know what I'm saying? But see, they don't really give you the backstory, son. They don't give you the backstory in the Final Destination, so you can't really connect the dots. But when you're looking at a movie like Final Destination and you look at the characters in the movie and they try to make it seem like, oh, well, this is your turn to die and that's your turn to die because this happened. No, that's bullshit, son. When you're looking at a movie like Final Destination and you see those characters in those characters in the movies are offsprings of Masons and Eastern Stars, son. Those characters in those movies are offsprings of Masons and Eastern Stars, son. And these Masons and these Eastern Stars out here, they are either a practitioner or they hire a practitioner to do death magic and curses on people, son. And when they do those death magic and curses on certain people that they should have never violated, now you're looking at the bounce back hit those characters in the movie Final Destination, son. You know what I'm saying? So the movie Final Destination is like a ritual that they doing in hopes to break the curse or offset the negative karma or have somebody else take on the negative karma, son, which would be the extermination of their bloodline. Hell no. Them days is dead, bruh. You know what I mean? Them days of getting of conning somebody, you know what I'm saying, to take the karma of exterminating their bloodline by way of trickery and deceiving these people. Them days is dead, son. The guard race is hip to what the freak is going on, and that's all it takes. Like I stated before in past videos, man. This is why they hide certain shit from members of the guard race because they know if you see certain shit, all you got to do is see it for a second or hear something. You don't even have to hear the whole sentence. You could just hear one word come from the sentence, and it's like an encryption in the word, the tone in the word that you hear that nobody else hear, and it just like put you up on game. Like what the freak? These motherfuckers is doing out here, cuz? Oh hell no! So when you're looking at these mofos in the movie like Final Destination, these are the offsprings of these Masons and Eastern Stars. You know, these Masons and Eastern Stars, the previous generation, in the movie sense, was out here just violating people, son. You know what I'm saying? Violating people, son. And you know, you put two and two together and you start looking at this world and you start seeing that you see people getting shot, you see people dying in car accidents, people falling downstairs, breaking their necks, people dying of cancer, You just start seeing people just be dying all over the damn place, and it happens for such a long time frame that you just begin to start thinking that this shit is normal. But when you're looking at all those people dying, I don't give a damn if you drinking water and you choke and die. You know what I'm saying? That was a hit. That was a motherfucking hit that was put out on somebody, son. You know what I'm saying? By these damn Masons and these damn Eastern Stars out here just violating people, son. You know what I mean? They out here violating people, son. You know what I'm saying? So if son, if you don't have a natural transition, son, because that's the only organic form of death. You have an organic form of birth, and you have an organic form of dying, son. See, a lot of the births that's happening right now is inorganic because it's happening based off of lust. And they got the frequency out here where the chicks is like, oh, I need a man that's 6 foot. He gotta have 6 feet, six pack. He gotta have a car. He gotta have a house. He gotta be a millionaire. All of these bogus ass terms and conditions. You know what I'm saying? That they want to be on this. They don't want to be on the antichrist frequency is what I call it. That ain't nothing but a conduit that's linked to the antichrist frequency, because you never hear these people talk about the integrity of the man or the woman bloodline that they getting into. You know what I'm saying? In fact, back in the days when parents wanted to meet parents, you know what I'm saying? They was doing a screen to see what type of shit you got attached to your bloodline before I allow my daughter or my son, you know what I'm saying, to deal with y'all, son. That's what that whole thing was about, son. You know what I'm saying? I need to see what your parents is into. Do they got any curses on their bloodline? Are you trying to uh, 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 like veer those curses into my bloodline by having my daughter date your son or my son date your daughter, son? They was doing like a generational integrity bloodline screen. You know what I mean? They was doing their generational integrity bloodline screen. I need to screen your blood. I need to screen your frequency, man. How you vibing? You know what I mean? Because I don't want you trying to be bringing no goddamn demons into my bloodline, son. Because it will be off of their heads. You know what I'm saying? And anyway, shit, even if the son was to get the daughter pregnant, that baby, she would have a miscarriage, son. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these miscarriages is a form of protection, son. You know what I'm saying? Because you got these mofos out here just be trying to sneak and creep their way into a bloodline to get perks. Man, that shit ain't happening, cuz. Members of the guard, y'all can keep that shit with them clones. You know what I mean? But that shit ain't happening with a member of the guard race. You know, a real member of the guard race, not these fake ass members out here who be sitting up here just violating the people, and they all about punani and checks. You know what I mean? They just out here scheming. These melanated demons. You know what I mean? So with the the screening, they did the screening to make sure that everything was on point. You know what I mean? But they got a bunch of inorganic births happening right now. Shit, that should be happening for a minute. So a lot of the babies, you know what I'm saying, that's born, and they grow up to be, they go through the phase of a young man and a young woman. You know what I'm saying? They are here with this frequency in their head that this is how one's supposed to be dealing with one another. The man's supposed to be just basically the woman is vibrating on a parasite frequency, son. She's not even vibrating on the frequency of a goddess. She's vibrating on a demi-goddess frequency where she's just like a parasite, where she just want to just absorb all the light, absorb all the energy out of the man. You know what I mean? And that's a damn tactic that these damn demons is using, son, because they play on your lower nature, and they amplify that lower nature, and they push that lower nature to the forefront So mofos will think this is the way I have to live. This is the way. This is the way it should be. This is how everybody is living. So this is the way it is. So they they adopt. They adopt those vibrations and they carry it all the way to the damn grave. They get locked in that frequency. Or the man's supposed to do this, the woman's supposed to do that. Y'all both lusting. You know what I'm saying? Ain't none of y'all. Yo, son, these motherfuckers are so far gone, cuz, yo, I see why the flood had to take place, son. I see why the mother. I wouldn't have did a flood. I would have zapped these motherfuckers in their head with lightning bolts. It would have been a hell of a lightning storm just hitting all these motherfuckers in their crown, son. Zap, 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 zap. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers would have been getting zapped with that frequency, son. You know what I'm saying? But I see why the flood took place, man. You know what I mean? And I see why the extermination is happening now. You know what I mean? Yo, there was a time that I did a video, son. I did like this video a couple times, man, when I was driving through these neighborhoods, and it was like rich neighborhoods. One of them was in Long Island, one of them was in Queens, and another one, I think it was in Jersey. Yeah, it was in Jersey, son. Cause I don't really, we don't really go to Jersey, son. So that was like a new joint for me. And I was like, shit, I'll take the drive out. There's a long drive, man. Let's go. I went to Jersey, son, and it was this, this area I was driving around. It was a nice, you could tell they out there getting money. You just go through the neighborhood and you like, yeah, they getting money. So I'm like, okay, they getting money out here, son. You know what I mean? But then I started seeing like the people in the area. It was like Chinese people, son. So I'm like, okay, this where all the Chinese food money is. This where the Chinese food money going. These motherfuckers come in the hood, open up the restaurants, you know what I mean, and then they get the bread and they, you know what I'm saying. This is how they living. This is the chicken wings and fried rice. This is the results of the chicken wings and fried rice and the General Torso, man. Motherfuckers got BMWs and some of them had freaking Rolls Royce and Bentleys in the driveways, huh? I'm like, okay, they living good off the chicken wings and fried rice, huh? The filet vegetable filet mignon. You know what I'm saying? They living good off of them GMO carrots. You know what I mean? Them hard ass carrots. Shit is like rubber, son. You know what I mean? But yo, so I'm driving through the neighborhood and I'll go pick up. It was a Chinese man. I think he had diabetes. So he was on the wheelchair and all that. I mean, they had a nice house, son. So I'm like, oh, but when I'm driving through the area, because, I was like, oh, this where the Chinese food money going, the dry cleaner food money, the laundromat money going, the dry cleaner money, it's where all that's going. But then as I was driving through the neighborhood, I started getting this weird vibration like, nah, son, they not getting it. That's not where the money's entirely coming from, son. It's just started getting this dark vibe, son, like, these mofos into some shit, son. You know, you know what I mean? They into some shit over here, and it's like they've been keeping that shit on the hush hush. You know what I mean? Because, yo, son, the Chinese food restaurants, son, the laundromats, these freaking dry cleaners for these Chinese people, son, these Korean people, a lot of that, some of them do work hard. You know what I'm saying? To get that shit, son. But then you have those that take the shortcuts, son. You know what I mean? Those businesses are a front, son. Those businesses are like a Clark Kent, son. It's a disguise, bruh, son. These motherfuckers are into a lot of dark magic shit, son. These motherfuckers be killing people, son. You know what I mean? They be killing people out here with these damn freaking with voodoo and black magic, moon phase magic and all kinds of shit like that, son. And they be taking they be killing members in their damn family, son, to get that restaurant, son. You know what I mean? You could sense. Well, I sense there's like this dark energy in certain neighborhoods, and that's why they don't want so-called black people to move in those neighborhoods. It ain't got nothing to do with you being black. You know what I'm saying? They play the black card to trigger your emotions. But they don't want you to move in that neighborhood because they did curses on your bloodline. They did curses on your bloodline for you to be in poverty. So poverty is a curse. You know what I'm saying? Poverty is a freaking curse, son. And this is what these mofos do. They do these curses, these poverty curses to keep you in poverty. And on the other, like I stated before, in this dimension, both polarities is created simultaneously. So if they doing a curse to keep you in poverty, they obviously benefiting off of the timeline you supposed to be in. It's like it's a synthetic destiny swap that they do, son. You know what I'm saying? And the only reason why they occupy that timeline is because you don't know. You know what I mean? It's not like they occupying the timeline because they some all powerful beings. You know what I'm saying? The power is you. You allowing them to occupy that timeline because you don't know. You know what I'm saying? You fell for the G. You know what I mean? But if you know, it's like, hold, what the frick? What? Hell no. From the moment it click, the frequencies start changing immediately, son. You're not a radio, son. They the radio. They pick up the signal and follow the command. You know what I'm saying? You are like the ultimate signal, son. You the programmer of the goddamn signals. You make the signals for members of the guard race. You know what I'm saying? Which is why they gotta bounce all these damn rituals off of you, hoping that you remain asleep and manifest their damn reality. You know what I'm saying? So they be doing this synthetic destiny swap, keeping you in poverty, son. You know what I'm saying? And they know that members of the guard race, real members of the guard race, they could exist in any dimension. This is something that I stated before in past video. A soul could exist in any dimension, son. You know what I'm saying? Because we beyond all this fake shit. We real. We the only ones that's real in this dimension, son. Everything else is fake. Clones. You know what I'm saying? So we could exist in any dimension, son. They can't. They can't exist in any dimension. We could. You know what I'm saying? So they do this synthetic destiny swap by keeping you in poverty. They keeping you focusing on the bills. Oh my God, my bill, my phone bill. Damn, my phone about to get cut off. You now in your head calculating, damn, how I'm gonna get this money to pay this phone bill. You always figure out a way to get the money to pay the phone bill. Phone might be off for a couple of days, but somehow you find a way to get it back on. You know what I'm saying? They can't do that. They can't figure it out, son. You know what I'm saying? They can't figure out shit like that, son. They put you in that situation, so you know what I'm saying? Because they know that you gonna be alright, even though you're gonna be effed up in the game. You gonna be alright in the sense that shit, you gonna be plucking roaches out them ramen noodles, but at least you gonna be getting something to eat. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, they on the other side. They on your timeline, son. Son. It is a violation for any member of the guard race to be in poverty, son. They got this frequency going on out here, like, well, you want to guard people, so you supposed to be going through bullshit, man. That's bullshit. That's another spell to make you feel comfortable and make you feel proud that you over here kicking crack vials on your way to work. You got all these damn crack vials and crack pipes in the damn neighborhood. Niggas on the block doing all kinds of bullshit. You sitting up over here with fake bread in the damn store. You got fake orange juice, fake apple juice, fake water. You got fake watermelon, fake fruit. You know what I'm saying? Now they got the fake meat. They got the fake vegetables, and you supposed to be proud. Man, the hell with all that, man. That's the synthetic reality that they created for you. All that GMO shit. That's the fake reality, man. That's the reality that they created so they could sustain the synthetic destiny swap. While they live in the, while they, even though all this is an illusion down here, son. But I'm gonna speak the language. While they live in the real reality, where they eat the real fruits, the real vegetables, they drink the real juice, they eat the real bread, the real daily bread. They out here eating the real daily bread. You know what I mean? You over here with a bread that got 22 freaking ingredients in it, son. You over here eating some wild shit that they call bread. Shit ain't even bread. You be up there chewing that shit like it's gum. You like, man, what the freak is up with this bread? You know what I'm saying? They created this synthetic world for you that existed with the GMO food and the GMO juice and the GMO working and the GMO friends and the GMO environment. Meanwhile, they live on parts of the planet where they got high energy ley lines. They make sure that they build their houses with the best materials the planet got to offer. And over here, they got you in these environments with this bullshit brick that just pulling low frequencies and got you living in the projects and all kinds of after fast environments. You know what I'm saying? The destiny swaps, huh? You know what I mean? So they poverty is a mother freaking curse, huh? Straight up. And they need to keep you in it. That's why you know what I'm saying? They won't live in that shit. You know what I mean? But when I was moving through that environment, son, picking up all this dark energy, son, even when I was in Staten Island. It's like so they don't want you to move in those neighborhoods because they know that they put curses on your bloodline. You don't know that. You got to understand the coon was the one who sold his damn soul, speaking the language, or sold their damn spirit to the damn demons. Because they had when they talking about when they talking about they had masters back in those days and the master was on a horse, man, that's all masonry, son. That whole Mason shit go way back to them days, man, when they had them plant talking about the master living in the house and you got the slaves and the plantation and all that. Son, those people that lived in those damn houses that they call a master, the so-called white man, those were Masons, man, and the wives was Eastern Stars. In fact, back in the days when you used to hear these stories about how they used to be burning witches, they used to be burning witches at the stake and cutting wizards' heads off and hanging warlocks and doing all that shit. They used to be killing wizards or put them in the damn cellar and let them rot. They was killing Masons and Eastern Stars, man, because people in the village understood that these niggas was on some weird shit, son. They wasn't killing witches and wizards. They was killing Masons and Eastern Stars, man, because they in the damn village like, yo, how everybody getting sick? How these motherfuckers out here getting sick? What happened to Johnny? What happened to your son? Where he at? He disappeared. Where the freak your daughter went? Most of those are just getting snatched up and getting missing in the damn village. They ain't even understand what the freak was going on. People getting sick, people falling out. Then people started snooping around and started seeing these motherfuckers doing these little weird chants and all kinds of shit. And like, yo, these niggas is demons. Niggas got demons in the village, son. And they went on a hunt. You know what I mean? They hunt these motherfuckers down, son, and they burnt these damn witches, man. Burnt them at the stake, man. Because they understood what was going on back in the days, son. You know what I mean? Why these motherfuckers have to scatter like roaches? Yo, we got to get up out of here and we got to recruit. See, but what these mofos won't tell you is that these Masons and these Eastern Stars out here, son, that be doing all that shit, they got a hit on their bloodline, son. They the ones who made the pact with the demons. They made a pact with these diabolical demons out here, talking about, yeah, we gonna do this. We gonna get this person. We gonna offer this person up to you, and but if we can't do it, their bloodline is on the line. You know what I'm saying? So they are killing people out here only to sustain their bloodline. You think the demon won't take their ass? There's no honor amongst these. These demons ain't got no damn honor. You know what I'm saying? These demons want they head. That's what they won't. They won't tell you that these demons are these devils and these damn demons out here. They want these Masons and these Eastern Stars head. That's what they showing you in the motherfucking movie of what is Final Destination. They want they head. You know what I'm saying? But it's like these mofos is at a, is they like at a sacrificial bargaining table. Yeah, we know that you want our bloodline, but we can offer you up Johnny down the street and Melissa in Mississippi. The demon ain't gonna say no. You know, and the demon already know it's only a matter of time before the demon collect on these mother dudders. You know what I'm saying? Which is what they showing you in the movie Flatline. Not Flatline. Final Destination. When it's like they couldn't fulfill the contract, they couldn't fulfill the sacrifice. Now the demon is on their ass. Now the demon is killing all their friends, all their family, people that came close to them. And what they trying to do? They trying to pass the curse on to somebody else. You know what I mean? They trying to pass the curse on to somebody else, huh? You know what I mean? All that shit is backfiring, son. All them spells that these mofos do, and this is something that I stated before way back in the days. I said this plenty of times. That shit don't work on members of the God race. All that death magic, trying to get people sick, trying to get people lined up. See, they don't understand that. Look, when you see them show you the image of the Reaper, and you see this horrific looking creature walking around with a sickle, that's what these demons see when they look at an angel that represents God. Because they know that whenever they see that angel of light, they know it's time for them to die. That angel of light is the reaper to these demons. But what they do is they corrupt the image to make the image look horrific, so that when anybody see this shit, oh man, that shit looks scary as hell. I don't want the damn angel of death to come for me. You know what I'm saying? The angel of death worked for God, son, to kill them damn demons. Them demons out here violating, son. So when these motherfuckers see the angel of, when they see the angel of light, they perceive it as death, because light kills you know, I'm speaking the language of light and dark. You know, it's good and even and all, but you know, people who familiar with my channel know that we way beyond all that, son. You know, we beyond the brackets. You know what I'm saying? But I'm speaking the language. But when these demons see the light, they know it's death. You know, they know death is coming, and you cannot escape the light. You could run, you could hide behind a tree like Cain did when he killed Abel. You know what I'm saying? You could get on a plane, you could go over here, you could go down in the ocean, you could go in the ground, you go wherever the hell you think you safe. How you gonna run from God? Everywhere you go would be you go in a damn astral plane thinking you damn safe. Every dimension that you go is a realm that God created. Where the hell you going? What the freak are you doing? But these are the same people who claim God ain't real. They don't believe in God and all this and all that. But yet every single brick, every single pillar that they laid down is because they acknowledge God secretly, son. You know what I'm saying? They acknowledge God secretly because everything that make up their life is a direct reflection of going against God. You know, the sun produced the rays of God. What they do, they take that, turn it into the rainbow flag, mocking God. Anytime somebody speaks the truth, that's God working through them. What they try to do, silence the truth. Flag videos, ban accounts. They blackball people from getting money. You know what I'm saying? If God ain't real, why your whole life is dictated around hiding God? Their whole life is dictated around stifling God and or corrupting God or trying to outdo God, take a more freaking orange and give it to you with no seeds. You know what I'm saying? Trying to just violate. You know what I mean? But these mofos curse, son. They curse out here, son. You know what I mean? Anytime you see somebody get shot out here, son, anytime you see somebody die out here, son, if it's not an organic transition, son, they got a hit on them, son. 9 times out of 10, they got a Mason in their family or Eastern Star in their family, and they being offered up, son. You know what I mean? That's the reality of what's going on out here in the Matrix, son. It's never a dull moment. Interesting lives, be. Interesting motherfucking lives, be. You know what I mean? Interesting lives, son. They out here violating, son. They out here sacrificing, son. You know what I mean? Destiny swap, synthetic destiny swapping, son. You know what I mean? But the God race is hip to what's going on, son. So you know them days is dead. They could do all they moon clocks and all this, all wait for a moon phase, wait for alignment, wait for the moon to pull energy from the sun, and they could be howling at the moon. It could be a million of them in the damn woods, howling at the moon, doing all these spells and doing all this. No, all that shit is gonna backfire, son. Because as I stated before, these people, they being summoned to be exterminated, son. You know what I mean? They are being called to die. Everyone come in. Because what they're gonna do, if they do a spell on somebody, son, and let's say that person is a member of the God race, because you know they be doing these spells on the people and they be knocking people, people be dropping dead. So you know in their head they like, oh man, yeah, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? This is what it's about right here. But there's always that one they come across and they do a spell on that person. And let's say they try to kill that person and that shit backfire. They gonna think that that person is a wizard or they doing some kind of spells, you know, to push the shit back. So they gonna do it again. You know what I mean? The shit backfire again. They gonna be like, what the freak? Yeah, scratch your head. They gonna keep scratching their head till the dandruff fall out. Keep scratching their head. What the freak is going on? The freak you mean? What the freak is going on? So what they gonna do now? They gonna get on the horn and they gonna call the brotherhood. They gonna let the brotherhood know, yo, man, I need you to come through, man, to solve some of these spells, man. So you know they got 2, 3 people in the shit now. Now they all doing the shit. They all in the jamboree. You know what I'm saying? Doing the spells. Backfire, backfire, backfire. Everybody, they all getting hit. A couple weeks later, a sister die. A month later, mother die. 3 months later, they dog die. They like, what the freak is going on? You know, call more people. We gonna get hugged. We gonna get hugged. We gonna get hugged. We gonna bring hug. We gonna get hugged. Matter of fact, get the whole lodge. They got 300 people now, howling at the woo to the moon, doing all these spells. 300 people doing all these spells on one person. Backfire, 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 backfire. People getting sick. People getting cancer. People falling out. People getting car accidents. Planes falling out the sky. You know what I'm saying? They're like, what the freak is going on? Yo, what's going on? Y'all, it's time for y'all to die. It's time for y'all to die. You never see it coming. A thief in the night. The freak you think this is? You know what I'm saying? The hell you think this is? You never see it coming. The thief in the, it would never be on your brain that this is your end. This is how your story ends. Turn from page 1. The book is closed. You know what I'm saying? The warning shot, the exterminating of your blood. Y'all think God ain't sitting up here watching? You think God ain't watching all this shit that these mofos is out here doing something, letting these motherfuckers bang out? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, these motherfuckers think it's all sweet. You know what I mean? So that whole flat or final destination shit is a ritual for them to try to break the curse. A lot of these movies is rituals for them to break the curse or alternate the curse or keep a ritual going where they are the favorites. Nah, man, them days dead, bro. All it takes is one to know what's going on, son. And that whole mother ain't even gotta speak on it. He or she just have to exist here. Just for the mere fact they here on planet Earth, this shit is gonna get disrupted, son. That's how powerful the gods is, bro. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, this is something that I was supposed to speak about. That if you here on planet Earth, son, and you ain't breaking these curses, bro, you keeping this shit going, son. You doing your bloodline a disservice, son. You know, especially in this day and age, son. You supposed to be here breaking these curses, son. You know what I mean? Because generations that came before you, son, some of them did a lot of foul shit that cursed the bloodline. Like you could see it happening right now, son. Like when you look at these athletes or these movie stars, these celebrities, and you see it could be a celebrity out there. It could be an up and coming celebrity that didn't even like go full in with the Hollywood weirdness. You know what I mean? They could be up and coming. You know what they would do? They would send a concubine in. They send a concubine in. She's only there to curse his bloodline. You know what I'm saying? Because these concubines that they put on these celebrities or people that's on the come up, they are Eastern Star in training. That's their come up. That's that person that they put them on is their sacrifice. Get his bloodline. Have him. What I'm saying, get babies from you and all that, son. Now, if he is or she is a member of the God race, miscarriage. What I mean? It's blocking that, son. Or even if they do have a baby, all powers, all gifts, all traits, cut. Like I stated, there is no hacking your way into heaven, bro. There is no hacking your way into the real etheric realm, son. There is no hacking your way. There is no doing no scam, no scheme to get in, son. Y'all can scam and scheme to get in the movie theaters. You know what I'm saying? Scam and scheme to get in the Great Adventure. Scam and scheme to get in the draws. You know what I mean? You ain't scamming and scheming to get into quote unquote heaven, son. This shit come on, cuz. Come on. Delusional shit. But they put these bitches on these dudes because they want to curse their bloodline, cuz. Or they put these dudes on these bitches to curse their bloodline, son. You know what I mean? The curse of the bloodline. They out here trying to curse the blood, cuz. You know what I mean? So check out that movie Final Destination, man. Don't feel sorry for none of them other dudders, man. That's karma in 3D, son. That's karma, man. You know what I mean? A lot of these motherfuckers be trying to offset karma, son. Nah, man. Them days is dead, son. Like I stated before, man, I killed Mercy a long time ago, son. Ain't no I ain't looking for no apology. I ain't like the prayer phase. So-called black people who came here before us, or they all about praying and they all about apologize. I want an apology and I want a bag. I remember one time, son, I was scrolling through TikTok and they had this dude talking about how what you said the Masons did some shit to his car. He was like, they did some shit to my car. They violated my car. If y'all don't pay for my car, give me an apology and give me a bag, I'ma air y'all out. I'ma air all y'all business out. That nigga's a fraud. Punani and checks. That's all these niggas want. All these niggas want is a bag and a bitch. You know what I mean? That's all they want. Y'all niggas ain't really about that light. Y'all niggas is frauds. You know what I'm saying? That's why the real members of the guard race is here, son. The ones who don't give a damn about no bag, who don't give a damn about no bitch, who don't give a damn about no apology. It is the extermination of your bloodline. We don't bang off emotions, man. We solar beings. You know what I mean? So when they see us, they see the reaper. Because they know there's no room to bargain. Oh, we can't give him this. We can't give her that. We can't do this. We can't rob that. It has to be a way. Damn, we tried all this. None of that shit worked. Now they start feeling what all their victims was feeling. They start feeling all that fear. They start feeling all that anxiety. They start feeling all the failure. They start feeling hopeless. They start feeling powerless. They're like, oh my God, son, is this really happening? Like, what the freak? Yes, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's going down. You know what I'm saying? God race. We ain't talking about these fake ass gods they got out here in the Matrix, got y'all worshiping these archons, man. We talking about the real gods, bruh. The gods who don't even call themselves gods. I just say that to speak the language, son. You know what I mean? But they beyond the gods. They beyond that title God. Beyond names. They beyond the brackets. You know what I mean? Way beyond, son. They not supposed to comprehend. They not supposed to understand. They not supposed to know. That's why they believe. Believing and knowing is not synonymous. They supposed to believe. You're not supposed to know. You a clone. It ain't for clones to know. It's for clones to believe. You know what I mean? The real is here. You know what I mean? And I'm one of them, son. Stated this plenty of times, son. And there's many of us scattered across, like I stated before. Some of them not even on YouTube. Some of them not even on social media, son. You know what I mean? It's a lot of us out here, son. Not even on social media, son. They look average. They look regular, son. You know, you would never know who they really are until you violate. When you violate, that's when you're like, oh shit. Final destination, son. It's gonna be a lot of people dying in 2026, bro. A lot, son. It's gonna be so many people dying. They're not even gonna be televising the shit on the news, bro. They not gonna be televising the shit on the news, bro. But it's gonna be a lot, bro. A lot, son. Like mother's just gonna be falling like flies. You gonna be going outside one day and somebody just gonna drop in front of you. You gonna be like, what the hell? Niggas being plugged off, son. Niggas plugs getting pulled, son. Niggas is violating, son. Straight up and down there. So you know my food is burning right now. You know what I mean? But yeah, these motherfuckers out here, son, they violating, son. They violating, son. You know what I'm saying? We know what it is now, so you know they gon' you know what I'm saying? And you know, for members of the guard race, judge these motherfuckers, son. They want you to be out here on this bullshit fake frequency talking about you ain't supposed to judge people. Oh yes, the hell you is. You make a judgment call not to drink bleach. You know what I'm saying? Every time you make a damn decision, that's judgment. You are represent. You are agent for God. You're not agent for the beast. For members of the God race, judge these. That's your superpowers. That's one of your superpowers, man. Your superpower is to call judgment on these damn demons. You know what I mean? Straight up, straight mother freaking up, man. Mother does this, yo, son. Yo, son, they don't know yo, son, these mother does is gas out here, son. These motherfuckers is gas, son. You know what I'm saying? They out here summoning frequencies and shit, trying to violate people. They thinking they the gods. Like, man, these motherfuckers is fake gods, man. You know what I mean? These motherfuckers think they got anything down packed, bruh. Please, man. But yo, man, that's all I'm gonna say, bro. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna get too heavy, son. You know what I mean? Because you know them demons is always listening, hoping that they could grab a crumb or two. You know what I mean? But yo, man, y'all already know what it is, man. About to raise up out of here. But go check out that final. I'm gonna check out that Bloodline joint, son. I'm gonna check out that Bloodline movie, son. But that Final Destination, son, people out here, they getting violated, son. You know what I mean? The hell with these damn rituals that these mofos is doing, son. All that shit, boof. You know, the AI done got so advanced now that Hollywood Hollywood is like they coming out with these joints. You know, they be having the behind the scenes conversation like, yo, man, because they had this AI that first came out, son, and it's like that shit was like surpassing Hollywood special effects and all kinds of shit like that, son. These mofos dumb to shit down, son. You know what I mean? Because Hollywood know what they doing with them damn movies, son. They know those movies is rituals, son. You know what I mean? So when these people was out here doing all the AI with having freaking like superheroes fight each other that never fought each other, son. Like I stated before, those characters, like those Marvel characters and freaking the DC characters, those fake superheroes, those are voodoo dolls, man. Those are digital voodoo dolls. You know, when you're looking at it in the cartoon or 3D sense, when you're looking at it like the Disney Pixar animated joint, those are voodoo dolls. You know what I mean? And when you're looking at the characters on screen, like they gotta, well, I mean, it's never nothing really. You never see no real images on TV. You know what I mean? I don't give a damn how real it look. It's always that's not a real image. You have never somebody online saying AI is so crazy you can't tell real from fake. Like nigga, you all the images you see on TV has always been fake. You've been lost. That's all that's letting me know. You really thought you was looking at real images when you're looking at images of people on TV? Nah, that shit's fake. That's not a real image. The real image would be the one who's standing in front of the camera. The camera captures that image and reproduce it. That's a synthetic image. You know what I'm saying? But they that those when you looking at a movie like Batman and it's an actual real character, they are performing, you know, voodoo and shit like that, son. Because those superheroes work for the beast. You know what I'm saying? And that's how they twist the shit. That's how they would take certain abilities or certain like attributes from carbonated beings and put it into this superhero form and have those superheroes move the way how they want them to move. It's a form of synthetic mental telepathy, synthetic hypnosis, where they control these characters and have them move and behave and fight for what they want them to fight for, son. It's a twist. You know what I'm saying? So those superheroes that you seeing on screen, they not really no superheroes, man. They work for the beast. You know what I mean? All them superheroes on screen, fake superheroes, they work for the beast. You know what I mean? These motherfuckers, you don't ever see these motherfuckers. But with AI now, you know what I'm saying? You could have these superheroes go get the elites. You could have them go get the elites. You know what I'm saying? Because shit, now you in the era now where it's like you could use that form of magic to back on their ass. You know what I'm saying? They've been using that shit on how long they been doing shit like that on the carbonated beings, son, just violating the carbon man and the carbon woman. Got them in these gay ass roles. If they are in any role that represents them being a powerful figure, it has been granted by the so-called white man, son. Like when you look at that movie, I think it's Black, not movie, the TV series Black Lightning. I think that's what it's called, son. With the black superhero, Lightning. He got in that powerful position because he was that was granted to him by a white man, a so-called white man. Like why every time the so-called black man is in a powerful position, it always has to be because of a white man or a white woman or a human. You know what I'm saying? Why could it never just be because he is or she is? You know what I'm saying? If you're watching a TV show and a so-called black woman is powerful, she got in that position because a damn white man hired her or a white woman put her on. You know what I mean? So you see how they bounce these rituals off the carbon, bounce the rituals off the soul, pulling your power, converting it into energy, and they just ciphering your damn energy, son. Living off you. You know what I mean? The hell with these mother dudders, cause it's God, it always was and always would be about God race. You know what I mean? Always about the God race, man. And I'm with yo, man. Go check out that movie. I'm about to get up out of here, man. Eat my motherfucking food, cuz. You know what I mean? Hell with the beast, man. What we got going on up in here, man? Nah, man. These motherfuckers, yo, they curse, son. And the type of curse that they got, yo, son, they got the type of stench on them money can't get off, son. They got the type of hit on them, son, that you can't pay to get that shit off. You know, certain times you certain people get up in certain situations, like somebody could put a hit out on them, or they could have certain, like, it could be certain violations out there that somebody could be involved in, and you could pay your way out of that shit, son. You know what I'm saying? This shit, it don't matter how much money you got. It don't matter if you had trillions of dollars, son. You know what I mean? It was useless, son. They got the kind of stench on them that money can't wash off, bro. You know what I mean? The only way to satisfy that, or to get rid of that stench, is the extermination of their entire bloodline, son. You know what I mean? The extermination of the entire bloodline and anybody who was attached to it, son. Anybody who was gonna benefit off that, son. All their bloodlines is is getting erased, son. You know, they speak about the revelations and all that. The carbonated beings, the solar beings on this planet, they are a walking, breathing, living revelation, son. You know what I mean? Because we ain't moving around here violating nobody. Who we violating? You know what I mean? We moving around chilling. Niggas be chilling, bruh. Niggas be out here, you know what I'm saying? Going to work, getting their bread, chilling, minding their business. You know what I mean? Niggas ain't out here scheming, violating, plotting on nobody. Real members of the guard race. Niggas ain't out here on it like that. And then you got these mofos that be like, oh yeah, we got a little Red Riding Hood coming through the forest right now. You know what I'm saying? You got the wolf behind the damn tree just scheming. Yeah, we about to get this one. Nah, that's how your story ends. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, I'm about to get up out of here, man. I'm about to check out that bloodline. I think I got it on my joint, son. Check out that bloodline. Yo, man, y'all already know what it is, man. It's all about vibrating real up in this mud. God race up in this mud, cuz.